a former late model driver himself, Rob Janovic Jr. Kind of brings you back to your late model days, doesn't it?
Oh, it sure does. I really enjoy watching the late models. I mean, that's where I started. That's where I came from. Spent a good amount of years in them and had a lot of fun. A lot of fun racing against the guys I used to race against back then.
How many wins did you get in the late model division?
I think 7, 8 wins. I think in a few years that that I was competitive from. I think 96 to 2000, and then we jumped into the modifieds and went from there.
And it's been great action this year. A lot of three-way battles between the triumvirate of Palmer, Flannery, and Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, 3 very talented drivers. I mean, Palmer, I've been watching, we've all been watching him for years, way back in the Legends. I mean, Flannery, these guys used to tear it up back then. They got up into the full fenders, and it's amazing how well they've done. But the 3 of those that you just mentioned, there's a lot of talent right there. I would put those 3 up against, just about anybody else in cars with fenders on them.
And I'm sure you participated in double features many times in your career. And everybody always says the objective of the first one is just to make it through so you can race the second one. But it never seems to go that way, does it?
Well, here's the weird part. So that's on everyone's mind, is let's keep the fenders on the car. Let's make sure that we have a car left for the second feature and that it's not all beat up, especially if you're running for points. But a lot of these guys, and in any division that has double features, they'll be thinking, well, if the rest of the field is thinking that I'm going to take it easy with my car so that I have something left over for the second feature, maybe I'll be a little bit more aggressive and take advantage of that. And if they're all thinking that way secretly, then you end up with a good race.
Yeah, and that's what we expect with Jason Palmer on the pole. Mike Benevides, who's coming off a great run. The last time the late models were in action is in his hip pocket, and we're about ready to get to turn him loose. So, Rob, are you all set for 30 laps of dynamite?
Absolutely, and I've got a little biased opinion. I'm looking at that 51. I love that car.
And right now, it's Jason Palmer who gets the upper hand. And Ryan Morgan wastes no time to challenge him in car number 3. This was a lineup the way it was on May 6th when this race was originally scheduled. And here comes Palmer as he waltzes off the 4th corner with the lead. And Ryan Morgan, they battled during their Legend days. And Ryan Morgan said nobody taught him more about Legend driving than Jason Palmer. And right now he's trying to track him down.
Yeah, and on that initial start, Macrino got a pretty good opening there, and he was able to get into 4th all by himself, and now he's going for 3rd. So he's looking good, and the car looks good, and he's good. From here, I think he's going to be able to set a pretty good pace. And we're waiting for the 25 and the 52 to start making their moves.
And right now, Flannery is stuck behind the 51 of Brian Norman, and he has room on the inside. So here comes Flannery as he tries to blister his way underneath Norman, and he doesn't. So a pretty smooth move that time by Flannery.
That's patiently aggressive. So he's picking his spots. He's making the moves. He's making them clean. Again, it's the very early stages of this race, and he wants to have a car left for the second feature.
And he wants to be patiently aggressive again as he is able to excavate his way underneath Mike Benevides. So far, the driver who has done all the passing has been Anthony Flannery.
And one thing that these guys have to think about is, in a small field like this, the chances of running green to checker are greater. So Anthony Flannery now is running in 4th, but he's got some ground to make up. So if there aren't any cautions that come out to help him, then he's going to have to start putting the pedal to the metal.
So ever since we started, it's been Palmer in the lead and Ryan Morgan in 2nd. Do you think Ryan Morgan is just running laps here and just biding his time behind Palmer, or do you think he's going as fast as he can?
No, I think that he's putting as much pressure as he can on Palmer right now. He knows, he would love nothing more than to wrestle the lead away from him early, and then him setting the pace. But the 17 looks like it's on rails and he's handling well. And let me tell you something, when Jason Palmer's handling, it's not easy to unseat him from the lead.
Yeah, even Keith Rocco had a difficult time getting by Palmer. Palmer with 1 track championship in the late models. Things are getting interesting in the fight for 3rd as Flannery pressuring the back bumper of the Tony Macrino car. And Macrino gave him an opening off of turn number 2. Flannery decided to wait. Now he cranks it up in turn number 4. He gets halfway there, and Macrino is holding him off for the time being. So some perseverance by Macrino, but now Flannery looks like he is tuckered out, the driver, the number 13 car. And Flannery, he has roller coastered his way in the top to third place. So Flannery has gotten by Ben Benitez. He has gotten by Chapman, and now he is trying to get by that number 3 of Morgan, but there is a long distance between him and the 3 car.
And this right here will be a true indicator on which one is the fastest car out here on the field. The 17 and the 3, I think they're evenly matched. If we watch that 25 pick up, close in on the 3 car, we're going to know that he's got something that he's got a fast hot rod there.
And you know who had the fastest lap on the last time around? Lap number 12 was Dylan Cabral, the 19 car. He ran a 16.161. So that was the quickest lap. Here comes Morgan to make a move on Palmer. Inside as he tries to launch himself underneath the 17. As they are able to bazooka their way into the 4th corner. Morgan not giving up. Palmer on the outside. And Palmer maintains his advantage. But Rob, Morgan sure made it interesting.
I'll tell you this, there is hardly anyone in late models in Waterford Speedbowl history that runs the outside as well as Jason Palmer. So anytime that you see a car get an inside bid on him, once he's up in the outside groove, he doesn't give up. He doesn't give up, and he doesn't just roll over for them, and he makes them earn it. And a lot of times, he wears them out.
And that was the case on that occasion. Now Morgan, when is he going to take another shot at the 17? It probably won't be in very much longer, as he is lurking behind him. So Palmer has a lead all over him. Trouble in, we have our first yellow, and there is the 51, Brian Norman, and I know you East Lyme guys stick together.
And he runs very well out there.
So the moment of truth about to arrive with 13 laps to go, and Palmer a great jump. So he has the giddy up heading into turn number 1, but sitting on his lap, Ryan Morgan. Palmer has the lead all over him. Like an overcoat is Ryan Morgan. Now Flannery starts to move, and Flannery's going after Morgan. So we have a 3-way battle for the lead, as you predicted, Rob.
And that was a calculated risk that Jason Palmer took there by restarting on the outside, and right now the 3 car is making him earn the lead back.
And here comes Morgan with a lunge on the inside, going for the lead, and he gets it. Ryan Morgan, by a molecule, has moved in front. Flannery moving in. The top 3 cars could fit inside an omelet. On the outside, Palmer, he wants his groove back as he catapults his way off the turn number 4, and it's Palmer back in front. This lead might change a few times, Rob.
Let's hope so. I'll tell you what, though, these guys are showing each other a lot of respect. If you notice, they're not beating and banging, but that's some good driving going on here.
And Palmer on the outside looks like he has the momentum, and he has a lead by a breadcrumb. What's Anthony Flannery thinking about in 3rd, watching the Palmer-Morgan show?
The thing that is going on with the 25 right now is his spotter's telling him that he's really not getting any pressure from behind, and that's letting Anthony know that he can watch this battle as it unfolds, and then as soon as the 3 car goes or the 17 car goes, that's the lane that he's going to pick.
Well, looks like the 17 goes temporarily on the outside as they whirlwind their way off the corner. And it's Palmer out in front by half a car. Morgan is not caving in. They are dead even now. Crazy glued together, frozen together like a pair of twin pops coming out of turn number 4. Here is Palmer. Blockbusters his way off the corner. He almost lost it. Hard driving, and Morgan takes over the lead.
Yeah, the 17 went a little bit wider on that turn coming out of 4, and it cost him a little bit of ground, but here he comes back again.
But it doesn't take him long to make up that ground. They blister their way off the corner. It is Palmer. What a battle. This is one for the ages. 3 cars duking it out, sharing the same oxygen. Now Palmer, he seems to have pretty good lift off of turn number 2. Flannery tried to go inside, but the door was closed by Morgan.
And this is one of the reasons why when the 17 is leading, he doesn't have a problem when second place puts his nose in there. The 17, he just knows he can move up to the top groove and sometimes run even faster out there.
Oh, he's up there again in the balcony of the Speedbowl. And he maintains his lead by a toenail over Ryan Morgan. There is Flannery. The top three cars could fit in a Cheerio. And Palmer asserting himself on the outside. Let's see what he does off turn number 4. He will have the lead with 2 laps to go. So a 2-lap scoot for the loop. Morgan making a move. Flannery, is he saving anything for the stretch run? It is time to put the cards on the table. Flannery going inside of Morgan. They are almost 3 wide, heading into the front straightaway. Palmer leading, Morgan in second. And now trouble as the car goes around. That's Brian Norman, and the yellow comes out. And now it's almost a helter-skelter action right there. Determine the winner of that 30-lap tug of war.
Now, the most interesting thing here is what is Jason Palmer going to do on this restart? Is he going to take that? Yeah, he's going to take that risk again, and he's going to line up on the outside. So now he has to get remember, he's the one that starts the race. So he will get an initial jump on the 3 car, but he's going to have to pedal hard. And, hey, there's only 2 laps to go.
And we have to give a shout out to a guy having a great run after a frustrating start to his season. Tony Macrino in car number 13, hanging in 4th. But now, it is showtime. Go time. In the no time. Here is Palmer. And Morgan gets the upper hand, heading into turn 2.
Morgan got a great start that time. Watch for Palmer to get a good run off of 2 on the high side.
Which he does. Now they go into turn number 4. Those 2 cars welded together. 1 to go. Flannery involved. Macrino dropping back. Here is Morgan on the inside of Palmer. It is drag race time, but we have 2 cars in a tangle. Norman in the 51 and Keith Scalia, the judge, entangled up between turns 3 and 4. So we will have
a lot of trust in Ryan Morgan in the 3. And there's some mutual respect between the 2 of them. Otherwise, with 2 laps to go or 1 lap to go, he wouldn't be lining up on the outside because he'd be nervous about what that 3 car is going to do.
Well, we are ready to find out for ourselves. 2 to go. And it is Morgan across the line first. Palmer's strength is turn number 2. Let's see if it continues that way. Flannery almost made it 3 wide again.
Great run off of 2. He's in command of the race. He can dictate the race from here.
The white flag comes out, but this will not be a joyride because Morgan makes another threat on the inside. Once again, they are ball and chain together. Advantage Palmer heading into turn 3. And now, Morgan is with him.
And now it comes down to can Palmer come off of turn 4 and
he does, and he wins it. Morgan got a little sideways off of turn number 4, and that opened the door to the winner's circle for Jason. Rub paint and not wreck.
Well, one of the things is that this is difficult to do. I mean, anybody can take a race car and drive it around in circles, but when you're going that fast and you're going door to door and you're not wrecking the other guy, that's talent. That's talent, and Ryan Morgan showed it there. And the 17 trusted the 3 car, and they put on a good show. I mean, that was worth the price of admission right there.
Okay, and Jason Palmer, that's his 3rd win of the year. And he has 3 wins, a 3rd, a 5th, and a 15th. So only 1 bad outing. Anthony Flannery is out to congratulate our winner, as they both come from the same neck of the woods. And Ryan Morgan, who at this time last year was hobbling around with a broken foot. And he said that injury actually helped him because he was able to regroup. And now, climbing out of the car is Jason Palmer, and he will be talking to our voice of Victory Lane, Blaze Broder.
Thank you, Matt Buckler. Jason Palmer, a big, giant congratulations. You guys put on one great show tonight.
That's just the first half of the race. We got a second one to go.
That's right.
It's going to be continued.
Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Absolutely. Pecan Projects, CWPM, Sign Pro, Gallagher Buick GMC, FMR Racing. My wife, my son Chase is here. I don't think he realizes what's happened yet, but one day we'll tell him.
All right, well, congratulations on a great win. We'll see you in round 2, man.
Awesome. Hey, Blaze, would you ask Jason, why he elected to go to the outside lane on those restarts.
Okay, Jason, one quick question. Matt told me to ask you, and Janovic was up there. He says nobody runs the outside better than you do. So what was the scoop on choosing the outside lane? You run good up there, I guess.
I'm always good on the top.
Waterford has a good outside lane.
Sure does. Better than the bottom at some nights.
Okay, there you got it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Palmer. You're a winner tonight.
And a guy who is in second, continuing his hot streak, Ryan Morgan. And Blaze will be going over to talk to the driver of the 3 car.
Ryan, great second place finish. Again, what a show you guys put on tonight.
Yeah, you know, me and Palmer raced side by side for many laps. I was just too free in. I didn't have enough bite off, but it's all right. Like I said, better car won tonight, so hopefully we can get him in the second one. So.
Well, now tell us about the outside groove as well. Do you think being on the inside, as he chose the outside, was a little bit more difficult? Could you run that outside groove as well?
No, I didn't have enough for the outside. My car was too free on the bottom. If I went to the top, I probably would have spun out. So I'm thankful for him taking the top side. It's pretty difficult to restart on the bottom because you can't really see the guy on the outside. But you know, I can't thank everybody enough. My father, Jay, my girlfriend, Brittany, Santino, Zach, Kim, LogicAir.com, Larry's Automotive, Boxing for Fitness, and hope we put on a good show for the fans.
You sure most certainly did. So we'll see you in round 2. Where's Flannery?
And now Anthony Flannery finished third. He stays in the point battle, looking for his first win. Maybe he'll get it later on tonight as he talks to Blaze.
Okay, Anthony, tell us about it, man. You're knocking on the back door of those guys.
Well, you know, I think we had the faster car. You know, we had to start in the tail, drive our way to the front. These guys were already up front and had a chance to get away. You know, I was hoping now in those couple cautions that Morgan would get by or Palmer would get by and we'd have a lane. You know, but it's just you kind of get stuck there and you're afraid to push them because they get all upset because you're trying to push them by the other car. And I don't want people to leave the track and not come back. So we'll just let them finish today and we'll move on to the next race. Hopefully we can start up front.
All right, any adjustments you're going to make on this car to make it a little better, you think?
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I think the weather's going to play to our advantage, and hopefully we can just go ahead and drive out front and walk away.
Okay, Anthony. Good having you here. Great podium finish, man. Okay, guys.